guess that's what Shakespeare was saying, really, to be or not to be. Being is everything, all being is everything. And when we're not being, well, we're nothing in a way, a parody of ourselves. I want to be true to myself by being in that state of beingness. That's what I choose, Joe.
What's your relationship to your past then? What's your relationship to your past self? How do you talk to your past self if being is always about being present in some future?
No, being is not in the future, being is now. It has to be now. And my happiness must be now, or it's not true. I believe there's two voices within us. There's two voices that talk to us all the time that appear to be in our head. One is the voice of love, and when I listen to that voice, it's always feel peace within me, because I'm being. When I listen to that voice, I'm not judging the moment, I'm looking at that moment with spirit. The other voice is the voice of darkness, the ego, the devil, the serpent, the shadow self, whatever we may call it. It's kind of like the Antichrist in a way, and perfect love. It's that opposite. And that always tells me I need to get something to be happy, that I'm not perfect now, I lack in some way, and I need something. I need something outside of myself to make me happy. That might be a smoke, a joint, a beer, it could be anything. It could be anything at all, it might be food. It might be a car, it might be some amazing musical instrument. It might be another being to share. But when I believe that, when I listen to that voice and I believe it, I will feel the lack where that thought comes from. It's a thought of lack, insufficiency, shadows, holes. So in order to get something outside of myself, there's a distance involved, there's space. So it takes time to get there. So this is the illusion of time and space and of separate bodies. When I realise, when I listen to the voice of light enough, that I am everything, that I have everything, because I am one with everything, with all life, then I'm in a state of being happy. How can happiness be in the future, in my future? Happiness must be now to be true. And when we're being, we feel that happiness. We realise the truth of that. Actually, I don't need anything. It's how I look at the world and myself. That's true happiness. When I'm being true to myself. A lot of people in this world do lots of things, and I look at myself in this. I've done this many times, where I've done things thinking that make me happy. But if I'm doing something that is unhappy to be happy, that doesn't make sense either. If I'm doing something that I really don't like, this kind of work that I'm doing, but I'm going to go on holiday, that'd be happy, we're going to share these nice times together, we'll have some money in the bank to do this, but I'm always displacing my happiness to the future, and it can't be true. It must be now. It must be now. How many people in the financial world are really happy? It's all about future assets, about future gain. So it's simply a choice, really, to be present, to be here, and to be aware of self and one's own beingness. To be or not to be. To be happy or unhappy, I guess. And if we're here now, we're in the treasure of now, the present.
The way you put it like that, it almost sounds like,
yeah,
if it's like the Shakespearean dilemma: do I act or do I be? How do you know when you're being in action?
But I guess the thing is that there's been moments of such clarity that I can know the answer to that. You know, and I've lost that clarity before, and my promise to myself is to stay there now. You know, is to get back to that place and stay there, and that place is not outside of me, it's within me. If I'm doing anything, then I'm not going to reach it. If I'm being happy, if I'm being kind, if I'm being loving, if I'm any state of beingness. See, doingness requires some action. To do anything requires action. But no amount of doing can lead to a state of beingness. It can't happen. If I'm here aware, it's like it's where I put my awareness. If I put my awareness now in this moment, and the spaces between the sounds, the sunlight between the branches, the space within myself, then I'm being, I'm not doing anything. Doing involves the body, being involves the spirit.
Should we do a meditation now?
Yeah.
Like what you just said was really nice, like the sunlight between the branches and the space inside myself. Would you lead a little meditation?